The following sketch shows the graph of f and g. The graph of f intersects the x-axis at -2. Let's write that down. Intersect at -2. So let me have this. So we've got -2 there and 0. Okay, we've got -2 and 0. And the graph of f intersects the x-axis at a, which is -2 and 0, and b, and at b. And at b, they say c is the y-intercept of both f and g. Both f and g. The axis of symmetry, this line, is defined by x equals to 1. Okay, this line is defined by x equals to 1. We understand. So we've got to work for we've got to work for 20 marks. Then we'll start here with 4.1. They say we need to find the coordinates of b. So we need to find the coordinates of b. So what we need to understand is that the length there will be 3. The length there should be 3. So once the length, this one is 3, even this other one must be 3, because we've got the axis of symmetry here. All right. Now, meaning that b will be 1 plus this 3. 1 of the axis of symmetry plus 3. We add 3 from 1. Okay, that will be 4 and 0. That will be 4 and 0. Okay, the second one, which is 4.1.2, we need to determine the equation. We need to determine the equation there. We need to determine the equation. We need to determine the equation there. So how are we going to determine the equation? Let's check. Let's check. Okay, we'll do like this. We'll say f of x equals to, a is 1, so we can say x plus 2, and we're going to have x minus 4, and this will result to f of x be x squared minus 2x minus 8. That will be the answer there. That will be the answer. That simply means that where there's c, we can replace by, we can say c is 0 and -8 as the coordinate. C is that one. Okay, 0 and -8. That's the coordinate of c. Let's move on to 4.1.3, where we are asked to find the equation of a, the values of a and q. So q, straight away, q is -8, because the two graphs share the same y-intercept, which is -8. And as we're going to write g of x equals to ax minus 8. We need to replace where there's g of x by y value, which is -8. I mean, we will replace with this one, a b, coordinates of b, which is a 4 and 0. So replace with coordinates of B, which are 4 and 0. That here will be 0, g of x is 0, a into 4 minus 8. Then you're going to have negative 4a equals to negative 8. That means that a becomes what? 2. So a will be 2 whilst q will be negative 8. Okay, let's move on to this one, 4.1.4. They say we need to determine the coordinates of the turning point. So we already have the x value. We can take that and replace into the equation, which will say f of 1, 1 all square minus 2, 1 there, minus 8. So you're going to have 1 minus 2, which is minus 1. So f of 1 will be negative 9. That simply means that the coordinates of the turning point will be 1 and negative 9. 1 and negative 9. Okay, that is that. Let's move on and write 4.2. They say M is the reflection of C in the axis of symmetry of F. Write down the coordinates of M. So what we understand is that the distance from here to there should be half, should be 1. Even the distance from there to there should be 1. So the distance from C to the axis of symmetry would be the same from axis of symmetry to M. So that should be 1. Even there should be 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. So there will be 2 and negative 8. That will be our M. M should be 2 and negative 8. Of course, you can go, you can use a long way. Using a long way, it means of the equation there, the equation that we have there, you'll have to equate to negative 8 and so for x. You're going to get two values of x. That will be 0 and 2. So 2 is the one that will be of 8. 2 will be the x value of m, the x value at m. Okay, so you need to remember that. Okay, 4.3, they want us to find the values of x whereby f of x is greater than g of x. I'm going to highlight that portion whereby f of x is above the straight line. So this one and here. There. So to provide the answer there, you will say that is 4.3. You will say x should be less than 0. You can see the first portion here. That's x less than 0. And the other one, x must be greater than 4. X must be greater than 4 on the other side. Okay. And 4.4, we need to write down the coordinates of the turning point. If the graph is being shifted is being shifted 2 units to the right, and the what, and the reflection of about the x-axis. So about the x-axis, we're going to say 4.4. The turning point that we had was 1 and -9. I remember well. This will change to x value x value will be added by 2, since you can see we shift the graph onto the right, so that will be 3 and +9. That will be 3 and +9. That will be the new turning point. That will be the new turning point. Okay, that will be the new turning point. And 4.5, which is the last one. 4.5, which is the last one. They say n. I think this one will be interesting. They say n is a point. N is a point on the axis, on the x-axis, and t is a point on f, such that tn is parallel to the such that that one is parallel to the is perpendicular to the x-axis. Tn is perpendicular to the x-axis. They want us to calculate they want us to calculate the length of what? The length of tn. The length of the length of TP. They want us to calculate the length of TP, which is this one. The length of TP. Okay, so the length of TP, to calculate the maximum length of TP, we'll have to find or write the equation of TP first. That will be g of x minus f of x. Okay, so you replace here, you say, okay, where there's a g of x, we'll have to replace by 2x minus 8 minus f of x. That would be x squared minus 2x minus 8, and this will give us 2x minus 8 minus 8 minus x squared plus 2x plus 8. Okay, minus 8 will have to cancel out, and minus 8 will have to cancel out, plus 8. The 2 will cancel each other. The 2 will cancel each other. So you are now left with the equation of TP being negative x squared plus 4 plus 4x. So from here we can go and differentiate once to solve for x, or we used grade 11 one, that one of x equals to negative b over 2a. But I like the one of differentiating. That will be negative 2x plus 4, then negative 2x equals to negative 4, meaning that x will be positive 2. And you take that 2, you substitute into the origin. Where there's x, you replace by 2 there. Then that will be TP be negative 2 square plus 4 into 2. So this is the same as 8 minus 2, which is 8 minus 4, which is what? Which is 4. 4 what? 4 units. So there will be 4 units. I hope you saw exactly what we're supposed to write, and you understood, guys. You understood how I work them out. So please, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and make sure you also share amongst your friends. Okay, until we meet again next time, guys, we'll be looking at more of some revision on each and every topic. So just make sure you like the video, and whenever I post any video, then you'll be amongst those who will be notified. Okay, for now, guys, I love you and see you next time. Bye.